Hey guys, my name is Meads. Welcome to my channel. This is a video for Zudah Fett. It's a recent crossover custom I made, which I'm very proud of. I'm really happy how it turned out. So first off, I'll give you guys a comparison what it looks like before and after. Unfortunately, I don't have another Zudah kit, but I do have the illustration booklet, which pretty much give you a picture of what it is beforehand, which is pretty much the same thing. Alright, so here's the Zudah. It's I think a prototype by the Xeon. I think it might be produced the same time as the first Zaku. I think they just opted out with the Zaku, which has better performance than this one. That's why we don't see it anymore, but it's one of the early suits, and quite frankly I actually like the design of this one than the Zaku, but eventually the Zaku does look better when you have this Zaku 2 and other variation of Zakus. Anyways, moving back to this one, so this is where I started with, and the first thing when I saw this, the helmet and the armor, just the design, and the Stormfaust, which is very much like an RPG or rocket propelled grenade, well in this case a warhead, that got me thinking, that kinda looks like Boba Fett. And that's what I got the idea from to make it. Yeah, I mean, like a lot of the design here, reminded me of Boba Fett, and yeah. All right, so to give you an idea what I did. So again, I have this pretty much the Stormfaust, which is connected on the shield, but that connector, I just simply relocated that on the back, as you can see there. Just drill a hole and stick it right there. Very easy. Next part I did is, if you notice, this is the Zaku rifle right here. It's the same as the blaster I made for him. Actually, there is an anti-ship rifle, which let me just put that aside. It's right here. I mean, I could use that for a weapon, but it's too big, and actually I haven't seen Boba Fett held a big sniper, so I think I'll just go with iconic blaster. So from reference pictures, I kind of was thinking, what should I do with it? Or actually, I wasn't even thinking of using the Zaku rifle. I was thinking if I should do a scratch build. But as I look at the Zaku rifle, it has that really nice muzzle, or pretty much the barrel, and he already has a scope right there, the front part, but it's too short. I was thinking, you know what, maybe I can remove the tip here, which is removable, and put on the back, and just super glue that, and trim off the edge, and actually drilled it, so you will have a nice tip right there, and remove the, pretty much the, what do you call this, the protector, the hand protector or guard, and remove the stock, and there we go, you get the blaster. It's actually kind of interesting how that turned out. And other than that, I added cables, as you can see here. Just goes from the shoulder, or actually the elbow, towards the loop on the back of the waist. Just an electric wire. And the whole thing I actually really added to this is that, or other than the electric wire, is the paper clip and a nub of sprue, which is pretty much the antenna. Yeah, it's quite interesting how they turned out. Alright, so let's have a closer look of what else I did with this. Alright, so it took me a while to paint this, and actually I'm not quite sure how to paint it. I've seen pictures of Boba Fett, but I'm not, not quite a fanatic of what it should be. So I was misled with going online and just looking up random images, because there's a lot of variations. Actually, I need to ask a couple of help. Squee from Gundam Eclipse and help me out, as well as others I've asked. What should Boba Fett look like? So I finally got things sorted out. Although I think this is the bluish, or it's actually a sea blue that I use for the paint, for the the blue here. It's not the right one. I think it's more of a grayish. It's more of the gray than the blue, but this one is more of the blue than the gray, so it's fine. But the green, I think Got that knocked down pretty good. The red as well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Also, I added this emblems, which is kind of tricky to do. Like the one for the shoulder right there, that skull. I think it's a Mandalorian symbol, or of his faction. That's actually tough to paint. I did paint that myself. I used a toothpick. I trim it down so I just get a very, very minute sliver of, I don't know, just use some kind of bristle or something, but I was able to trim down the toothpick to a sliver, and I pretty much grab a red paint, drop it, and try to draw that skull. Actually, the hardest part is trying to draw those 3 teeth going down. That's really hard. I also draw this emblem here. It's pretty much a branch going forward. There's a drop of like a teardrop of red and number 7. I was able to do that, but again, it's really small to see, but it doesn't look as good as this one right here. But I have it there. Yeah. Other than that, let's see. I did work on the helmet. I did put a dent over there. I used a micro drill, one of my small drills. I drill a hole there and just nick it a little bit with a scriber and put some silver paint. On this one, I did lay low on dry brushing. I'm crazy for dry brushing. I would just probably dry brush the whole thing, but I lay low on that one and just use it for weathering. Actually, I kind of overdid it here in the shield a bit, but on the shoulder, on the helmet, on the blaster, yeah, just dry brushing. Actually, in a moment, I will change the view or decrease the brightness so you can see more details. Alright, so if you look closely, actually in the feet or foot, you'll see this gray lines just going up and down. So I did dry brush that and just give it a little bit more of a look of wear, or he's been through some kind of dirty area, or he's been to the field, and that goes along with getting his armor, some wear on the armor. And actually, it's kind of interesting how I accomplished that. I pretty much just used the same paint as I painted the rest of the armor or rest of his clothing, and I mixed a little bit of gray on that. And I just pretty much brushing it up, and actually it's quite nice because it's kind of faded with the armor. It's kind of has that bluish gray, well, a little bit more gray, and I'm quite surprised how that turned out. It's my first time doing it, and well, it works out in my opinion. Alright, other than this, I'm still thinking if I should put the decals, but then again, I might just overdo it. So this is it. This is pretty much my contest entry for the MAC contest, which is still ongoing. I think you have till July 1st, so go ahead and please enter. I'm gonna post a link on the MAC contest. Actually, get moved to a different forum, but I will just link that there as well. Alright, so here's my Zudah Fett, and actually I'm gonna go ahead and enter this as well on Fanime next week. I'm hoping it gets some attention, and also hopefully it will inspire other maulers out there to try doing crossovers. I think it's a great way, it's a great challenge, and I myself really like how it turned out. You never know what you'll come up with, and I highly recommend it. Alright, so again, this is my Zudah Fett. I hope you guys like it. So until then, this is Meads. Thank you for watching.